stretches over 3,000 kilometres. So the prisoners, they didn't have luxuries of life with what we have nowadays. There was no power, no technology, meaning no computers, cell phones, or even washing machines. So a gang of prisoners came down here where I'm standing. This was nothing more than a barren field of wilderness, covered in light shrub and bush. So where I am standing now, this actually used to be a hot spring. So one day the prisoners come down here. After a hard days of work for the planting of the trees, they decided to utilise the geothermal water by washing their clothes. So when they soaked their clothes up, they rinsed it out in the stream, the hot water, and what the soap did to the water is it broke the surface tension, creating an eruption. So what I'm about to do now, guys, is I will reenact what happened with the prisoners. When that eruption went off, the prisoners' clothes went flying through the air, and if you could imagine the scenery around here, there were butt-naked prisoners everywhere. So what I've got here, in my hand I've got a kete. So this kete is what my old people used to put they would pop their meat and their vegetables in, and they would utilise the geothermal activity to cook their food. So in here I've got a surfactant. It's environmentally, chemically free. It's a type of soap, and this is exactly what the prisoners used, except they had chemicals in theirs. So I'm just going to pop this in the geyser. Cool, so in a couple of minutes, folks, you're going to start to see some bubbling and foaming around the vent of the geyser. What that's going to do is that surfactant is going to break the surface tension, creating an eruption. So right about now, I'm guessing I've got a couple of skeptics out in our crowd thinking, hey, this isn't a natural geyser, I've just induced her. In actual fact, she is a natural geyser. Even if I wasn't to have induced her, she would still erupt within 24 to 48 hours. But predicting when she will do that, we don't know. And also, we don't allow any camping out here, so for tourists like yourself, we thought it will put on an extra bit of fun for you guys to see. So, a couple of interesting facts about geysers. You can find them in 3 parts of the world. The first being in National Park Yellowstone, United States of America. That's the largest. The next lot can be found in Kamchatka, Russia, and the final cluster can be found in Iceland. Now it's Iceland that gives us the word geyser. That word simply means to gush forth. For some of you who pronounce it geyser, the correct saying is geyser.
Geyser.
So who was Lady Knox? Well, she was actually not really important to us here in New Zealand. In actual fact, it was her father, Lord Ranfurly. He was the 13th and the 15th Governor-General here in New Zealand, the only Governor-General to serve 2 terms as well.
10 geysers in New Zealand.
He decided to bring his family down here one day to inspect how the open prison camp was going, and it was his daughter, Lady Constance Knox, who actually christened the geyser, hence the name. So in a couple of minutes she's going to start going off. She will probably reach heights of 20 to 25 metres, and I encourage you all to take the first eruption pictures, as there's no guarantee she will go any higher than that. So the structure that our geyser is in right now, well, it was the prisoners who formed that structure. They decided to use bricks, form it up a little bit like a chimney, and that shut the vent off, therefore creating a higher eruption. And then along came Mother Nature, and well, all this white dew down here, that is just silica that's formed. For those of you as well heading into our park, please remember that you are in a geothermal volcanic area, which means no smoking allowed in our park. We've got enough smoke out there, so please hold until you head off to your next destination. Also, it's really important for everybody to stay on the form tracks out in the park. There is hot mud, hot water, so please stay on the tracks and don't touch anything out in our park. Waiotapu in English means water. Tapu means sacred, the sacred waters of Waiotapu, hence there is no touching out in our park. Any questions, feel free to come up and ask us in the shop. Please feel free to visit our cafe and our retail store. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Kia ora.
Starting to move out.